Welcome back to the
Damn What Now podcast.
As you can see today, we have a very special guest.
Yes,
How you doing?
Yes. You can introduce yourself.
Oh, my name is Aloba.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Any fun facts?
Nah, I guess you'll just have to see.
Okay. Mystery. Love. Okay. So what's been going on in your guys' weeks? You know, let's know. What's tea?
A lot.
It's a lot of tea, honestly. There's been a lot of, what they say, lending and not lending.
And borrowing.
And, just different definitions of borrowing. So.
Yeah.
Just a lot of elephants in rooms that need to be addressed, definitely.
That's very vague. Specify.
Oh.
I think it's a little too soon, maybe.
Investigation is still open.
For real. No, for real, still open.
So,
She can't speak on it.
Stephanie, what has been going on in your week?
This week has felt like a whole year, to be honest. So much has been going on. My emotions have been all over the place. Yeah, just a lot of things been going on, man. Just working through it, trying to live it 5 seconds at a time. Mm-hmm. Can't focus too much on what's yet to come. Just gotta focus on what's going on right now.
We don't have to get into the nitty gritty of it,
but just I don't know, maybe. Should I give a hint? Okay, let me tell y'all my business. Okay, so trouble in paradise, guys. The paradise isn't paradising anymore. Yeah. But that comes to show, just over the honeymoon phase is over or whatever. So
now it's the real stuff.
Now it's
the real relationship.
Like you? Do we really like each other? Yeah. Do we go together bad? Like I'm trying to figure out if we go together real bad, and we're going through the real bad parts right now.
Right.
To figure out if we go together.
I do rather the real bad first though.
Really?
No.
Yeah, let me tell you why, right? So the honeymoon phase is like, let's say euphoria. Mm-hmm. It's everything good you see in the person. Mm-hmm. Now what if you dial the 10 of everything you everything good you see in a person. Let's say you dial that down to a 6, but work through their problems. Mm-hmm. It's gonna make connection stronger. Promise you.
That is true.
I see what you're saying. That's why when people first start dating and go through problems, it's not that you're going through problems, it's how you deal with it. So if y'all deal with it, people go the toxic route and go, oh, I have too many problems in my life because of you. Yeah. If y'all deal with it, y'all more get to know each other. Yeah. Which is why I think some girls go back after a big fight with their man. Because after...
Well, damn, like he getting into it. How did he know?
After real or fake, whatever affection the man shows, it's heightened for the girl because it's like we just went through something big.
Yeah.
And you're still showing you love.
Yeah. I don't know. I still I definitely see that viewpoint and I agree with that, but at the same time I feel like love shouldn't be hard.
Not in the beginning.
In the beginning, I feel like it shouldn't be hard. Like everything should flow easily.
Right.
If you and this person click, it really shouldn't be we're coming back to back problems or whatever. It should be smooth sailing. Yes, there's gonna be bumps and I agree how you handle it is shows the maturity and the strength of the relationship or whatever, but it shouldn't be beef all coming up all the time or whatever. The whole I just disagree with the whole love is hard, you need to fight for love.
No.
I don't agree with that.
Love on textbook is easy. I think the main things about it are communication and understanding where both of y'all are at that aspect.
So do you think love should be easy? So you're saying love should be hard at first?
No, I believe it can be hard at first because when it comes to love, what it is 2 different ways of thinking. Y'all both grew up around different things. Y'all think about things differently. To find the rhythm between y'all 2 ways of thinking is what makes love love. It's just about the maturity or the dedication you want to use to make that a rhythm. So this is where love gets complicated because let's say from a girl's perspective, if a girl feels as if her man isn't doing a lot, but she's doing all of this, it's not an equal balance of ways of thinking to make it one. But for a male's perspective, let's say he feels like he's giving 80% effort. My whole big thing is effort, right? Time is the most expensive thing, but it's free. If I give you my time, that's me putting my effort out to set something in motion or because I care about you in another way.
Yeah.
Now, for me, that could be great, but if one party realizes, oh, he or she isn't putting in that time, then that's where the unbalance comes and that's where the problem comes. Because let's say, for example, I've been in a situation or seen situations where the male is like, I do all this for you, and you and everything I do that's even remotely bad, you pick it out. But I'm trying to take you out, show you this, show you that. It's just about, in her eyes, it's like, you may think we're there based off what you're doing, but that's not how I feel. Now, what stops that is communication.
Yeah.
I believe a relationship is very simple. If y'all both there, I like you, you like me. And it sounds kind of ignorant, but for a man, I think it should really be like happy wife, happy life.
Literally.
I don't.
Literally.
Okay.
Yes.
I've had a conversation with you about this. I don't believe in like the happy life, happy wife, happy life. But before we get into that, let's get into like, what's your relationship status right now, and like your.
Damn.
Everybody knows.
What's your relationship status right now, and like your past relationships? Well,
Okay.
right now I am single.
Looking single.
Before,
Searching.
I mean, for a while, like I was single with a purpose. Like for like I think it's been 6 months now. Like I just have been like being in therapy, like learning about myself, because there's been a lot going on in my life. But sometimes things happen and you just meet new people, like it just happens. But my past relationships, I've never been in like an actual relationship. Have I been in love? Yes. Which is scary to admit, but yeah, I've been in love. I wouldn't say in love, but like I had love for somebody for the first time. But yeah, like I haven't been in like an actual like long relationship. How about you, Sophie?
Oh, okay. I am single, and as of 2 days ago, not living anymore. I'm done. No, but I'm single and just chilling. Like Melissa said, you might like just meet somebody, but like for me, it's like I don't go out there searching for anything. I just be like just chilling, and like some people might come, but people come for the wrong reasons, and it's like you're not gonna get that shit from me. So yeah, but
It's okay. You can say it. The poom poom.
You know, you're totally out there.
But yeah, my past relationships, I've never been in an actual relationship. Have I been in love? I don't know, but I have had like love for somebody, but I can't say that I was like in love with them. But for me, like I'm more of an emotional person, so I tend to see that I feel more than they feel. So it's like it's hard sometimes, but yeah, just single and not looking. So that's pretty much it.
Stephanie,
how are you?
Well, I can't say that I've been in like 2 real relationships previous to the one I am in right now. And in those ones, I'd say I don't know if I was in love. I wasn't in love with in those relationships. The one I am currently right now, I love this man. And I could definitely see a change in how I was before, because like in the past relationships, I was very much, like dismissive and like, it is what it is. Like if you're doing you, then whatever. But the one I'm in now, I feel like I'm like really invested in. And when things, like it brings me back to like what you said, when like things go wrong, it's just like, yeesh, oh my God. It's like, damn, like you're like one of my favorite people and we beefing right now. Like, oh, brother.
But I'm telling you, true character comes in defeat, not in success. It's not about the problems you go through. It's about how you handle them.
Exactly.
100%.
What you learn
But,
from them.
yeah, I mean, wait, what was the question?
it's your past.
So you're not single?
No. I'm in a relationship. I'm in a relationship. Yeah. And you, sir?
Oh, me. I'm single. I've always been single. There's a story behind it, because in high school, I knew that like my body and my attitude, my mind wasn't developed enough. So girls wasn't like, that wasn't my main focus in high school. I knew I would go to college and hit some kind of growth spurt, but I don't know. I started expecting me out of people and got disappointed. Then
That's the
started
one.
Then started expecting the bare minimum, and I couldn't even get that.
Yes.
So I go to work, go to school. If someone comes I'm interested in, I really have a bad habit of getting really interested because people now don't interest me. So it's like if I see you and I want to speak to you, then and it's a elementary way of saying it, but I almost get excited.
I feel the same way. Yeah.
So, but yeah, besides that, everything I've been in before, it's ended in disaster.
Damn,
Would
disaster.
y'all like to hear one?
You go
Yes.
ahead.
This was maybe my sophomore year of college. I'm about to go into my second senior year of college.
Okay.
Sophomore year of college, I'm talking to this girl. You know how you could deadlock doors? So how I am in relationships, I'm very much like, what can I do to make your life happier? The little stuff. I don't think like you should have to open a door for yourself. Like, if we can call it princess treatment, because that's what the socials are calling it, princess treatment. And
Tough
I was
life.
very respectful when it came to anything sexual, because I know girls, even if they get the wrong whiff of something, they'll automatically assume the worst.
Yeah.
And I didn't want that. So I always told myself, dealing with any girl, like, I would never make the first move unless we speak about it.
Right.
But if you want to come on, by all means. Like, by all means.
Right.
But no, I'm not going to try to grab nothing. No.
Yeah.
I'm cool with chilling here. So we was talking for about a month. We hadn't done anything. I think we hadn't done anything because to me, all sex is the love of intimacy.
Yeah.
I can feel that same way with holding your hand and walking and talking about stuff. So people see it as like a big thing. It's like I'm actually cool without it.
Yeah.
But long story short, I walked
Sophie feels the
in.
same
I
way.
feel the same exact
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I walked in. I was supposed to like stay over her room for like the first time, and I walked in. It was her and two niggas. Yeah, I know.
Tea.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Into it. Because
It was just crazy because
Like,
like
was she
the
doing
door.
anything, or were they just?
No,
like,
it was fucking like.
what?
No, I'm telling you, this is really what started it. I'm telling you, this
Wait,
is really what started it.
You? Yeah, just keep. Go ahead. Just yeah.
So I said you know how you can like deadlock doors. So if someone needs to get into your room, they can just pull it and open it. So I was supposed to come anyway. I arrived 15 minutes earlier than I was supposed to. So when I arrived, I seen that, and I wasn't even hurt because she was doing it to me and we was talking. I was more disgusted because I never knew like that evil. Like I've heard about it, but just yeah, I threw up.
That is
actually
though, because it's crazy. Like it's like you were talking, and then it's crazy because she knew you were coming.
Yeah.
The day of.
15 minutes early.
Like, goddamn, like, you couldn't wait?
Wow.
She could have sectioned this a different day, maybe.
Like, damn.
I always tell people, and I think this is how I treat problems now.
Wait, but how did you react? Like, what happened after you opened the door?
Oh, I was just there. I don't know if she ever noticed me. So I was just there, and I stood there for maybe like 10 seconds, scratching my head a little, and I was walking away, and there was a garbage can right out there, and I threw up in the garbage can.
Oh, my God.
And after that, I think she saw me in the hallway once,
Like you just,
and I just like shook her hand.
and you stopped talking to her after that.
Yeah, because, and this is how I go see about situations. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
I can be upset at you that you did this to me because I felt we were somewhere, but you did this so clearly we wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, there's still ill manner on her part because you can feel how you feel, but there's always an etiquette about going
Exactly.
about something.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But back then, I just accepted it for what it was.
Yeah.
And after that, it was just like, if I stay here and deal with it, I'm gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
Class is gonna suck even more. Waking up is gonna suck even
Exactly.
more because I come back and I come into my room and I think, oh shit, that did just happen.
Yeah.
So I saw her maybe like 2 months later before fall semester was over. Shook her hand and was like, GG's, like, you got it, bro. Y'all women is crazy.
That's wild.
But
actually
back to what I said about how you grow from it, because I've seen even women go through certain stuff like this, and it's like they then judge or have a wide judgment on a wide view of men.
Right.
Like, men ain't shit,
Yeah.
like shit like that. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse on here. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. We don't
fine.
really, but it's okay. But I just have like, honestly, I commend you for it because like a lot of guys who
That's their origin story.
they literally they're like, okay, now I have that
I'm
switch,
dogging
and I'm like,
everybody out.
all the girls that I interact with, they gonna know that I hate them.
Right.
Yeah, and every girl, every guy you talk to, you're. It's like a leap of faith. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to take my last sleep and judge you based on it? No, but if I do see signs, I will move accordingly.
Right.
Yeah.
I've really been learning to like follow suit because I'll be in a situation to where it's like, wow, you're treating me this way, friend, family, whatever, and I'm treating you a different way because I believe we're closer than we actually are.
Yeah.
Just follow suit, move on, make money, go to school.
Period.
We're young. That's what we're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Right. I'm actually like, thank God I hate that it happened to you, but it's just like nice to see. It's like it's a fresher breath air to be like, okay, there's guys like that, like who won't be like, okay, because I know most guys who would be in that situation,
Right.
they would walk in the room and be like, da-da-da-da-da, what the hell, da-da-da, and make the girl know like you're the problem. But like
most men are. It's a sad thing to see, but because they're surrounded by most of themselves, it almost bleeds out to like an arrogance.
Yeah.
So like you said, when men get like that, it's like you're around a whole bunch of guys who's gonna tell you like, oh yeah, she's a hoe, like fuck bitches, don't trust.
yeah.
But it's like, or now you're gonna say what? Your mother's a woman too.
Thank
Your
you.
sister.
It's just about who you choose, and who you choose is a product of your environment.
Yeah.
If you decide to surround yourself with these people, you're gonna see the outcome these people give you.
So what's your thoughts on relationship wounds? Like
Relationship.
wounds.
Should we tell one of our wounds?
Ouch.
Should we tell one of their wounds?
Yeah.
Lord.
Y'all could.
It's a short story, but it's really funny. Now.
Okay, go ahead,
It's not
Sophie.
really.
Okay, I guess we're all sharing wounds. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Never, like I said, never been in a relationship, but it was just this guy that I was dealing with, like what, last summer, like July or whatever. And he, like, we have always been friends. You gotta know what I'm talking about. Once
Yeah.
I get to the story,
Yeah, go ahead.
We haven't been friends, but like, it was like I know his friends, so like, they were a whole group. So like it was just like a mutual kind of thing, and we would always like be on the phone just talking, but it would be like normal talking, like we wouldn't really get into anything or whatever. And then I would always be on the phone with him, and he'd be like, oh, like I want you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, like that's cool, but
As he should.
okay. And he was like, no, like I want you. I'm like, okay, sure, like you could say that, but. Now
So-
what? Because one time it was a group FaceTime with his friends, and it was me, and he was there, and he was like, "Oh, put me on, like Sophie, put me on." And I'm like, "Put you on to who?" He was like, "Put me on with you," and I'm like, "Okay, like you gonna have to do that yourself. Like I'm not about to sit here and tell you the tricks. Like you're a man. Like come on, you know."
That was him doing it.
I mean, for me, it's like. Because I've had it where guys would tell you one thing and then do the complete opposite. Once I finish the story, you're going, he did the complete, anyway. But that was, what, two days later, my sister had a telly, right? And he came, all his friends came, we're all sitting there, we're all lit, drinking a little bit, we're all lit, having fun. And he's there, and then out of nowhere, like at the time, I didn't tell, like, the only person who knew who he was like, Melissa. Like Stephanie knew who he was, but like I didn't tell her that what he said to me, like he wanted to talk to me or whatever.
I know the story. I know the story.
That he wanted
This is a doozy.
to like talk to me or whatever, because it was 2 days ago. Like I'm not about to sit here and start running and be like, he said he wanted me, because I've done that before and got slapped in the face, and then I got slapped in the face again. But yeah, so he came and then we're all lit or whatever. My cousin Whitney's there. Whitney's her sister, and she's there, we're all lit, and I'm sitting there, and he's not, well, he was kind of talking to me, but not really, but he pulls up, him and Whitney leave together, like, they leave the telly together, and I'm like, where did they go, right? I'm thinking in my head, where'd they go? No, before they left, they were in the bathroom, and I told my friend, I was like, can you go see what they're doing in the bathroom or whatever? And then she opened the door, they're in the bathroom. She didn't really say what they were doing, but then they left, right? Come to find out, in the morning, I wake up, and I found out that they were in his car. And I'm like, but the thing is, he knew she was my cousin.
Yeah.
So
like,
That's common.
Oh Lord.
to me,
But-
it's like,
drink my water.
to me, it's like you can say, and the funny thing is, I had confronted him and his friends about it because his friends knew what he said. They were on the phone. Y'all heard him say what he said, and they were like, "Oh well, didn't your cousin know that like he wanted to talk to you?" And I'm like, you can't sit here and try to put the blame on her because for one, I didn't tell her, and for two, if you want somebody, why would you go and have sex with their cousin? That
And the same night you asked
the same
them.
night that
That's-
he wanted to talk to me.
Okay.
And then his excuse was, well, his friend's excuse was, oh, well, weren't you planning on having sex with him that night? I was like, what? No.
No. I think I think like I always say the difference between nigga and a man is maturity.
Yeah.
It sounds like he was greeted by a lot of lust.
Yeah.
At that one moment, it was something he didn't have to work for,
Yeah.
and he said, "Fuck it, why not?"
Yeah. And he was like, oh, that's just what niggas do. Like, that's just what niggas
Yes.
do. And I'm like,
Niggas, I just say.
I'm
I just say.
he was like, you didn't want me to be like a boy. I'm like, but like, why would you say
See,
that?
it's arrogant, ignorant.
What?
It's all of it.
Like,
It's
to me,
just-
it doesn't make any sense. I mean, at the end of the day, two people are still at fault, but like, one person didn't know the situation, the other person knew the situation, and decided to act the way they acted, and it's just not making any. It just didn't make any sense to me. I was just so taken aback. I was like, you did what? So, and then he was dodging my call. The day after, I'm calling him, he's dodging my calls, not answering my texts. I'm like, yeah, for sure, you know what you did was wrong.
Exactly.
So, but yeah,
Hide
that's
your
one of
face.
the little key moments, I would say.
I mean, I guess I'll go next. For me, for me, they call me Judge Judy because I just.
Call her Judge Judy.
Yes, you do.
I used to call her Judge Judy.
She used to call me Judge Judy all the time because with guys, I don't play with guys like at all. Like, I don't open up to guys a lot. So there's this is the person that I used to love. Well, I mean, I have love for him still. So I had, what'd you say? So I had opened up to him about like, at that time it was like he was there for me when my mom passed away. Like, I thought I could confide in him and stuff. And like, I wasn't being myself. And I told him like about my past and like, you know, my trauma, like with like being, you know, raped. And it just felt like there was a time like it felt like he just threw it back to my face. And he basically told me like, how was I supposed to know at that moment? I wasn't thinking about that moment, which is like, damn, like, so you forgot something that I shared with you intimately. Like, I don't share any of my past with anyone just like randomly. Like, I felt comfortable with you and you just decided to throw in my face. But yeah, I think that was the time I was most hurt. For me, it's not like what you do, but it's what I tell you and what you do about it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't take that in consideration, then I can't. This won't work.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I feel like you guys know like some of my history with boys, I'd say. For me, I guess I used to never think that I was cute or whatever. So when I did realize I was cute and I was getting attention, I sort of went power hungry and sort of just like, you know, I'm like, I can talk to whoever I want to talk to.
You should.
But I quickly became very humbled because the laugh was very big.
They called me ugly.
But I became very humbled when I realized, like, as I was getting older, I was like, I kind of want a deeper connection than the ones I'm having right now. And it's sort of the same thing with what you went through. Like, just guys would be like it's a different thing to be desired and then to be like, like someone wants to like be with you.
Yeah.
So it was just a whole lot of like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, I want to be with you. But it's like the actions never paired up with the words. So I'm getting so confused. So when with all of this happening, the continuous I want you, not showing me you want me, but you're still holding me close enough or whatever, I sort of like became used to like the bare minimum. And so now I'm seeing, oh, he said he wants me, I'll just be more malleable.
Like you think that's enough, but
exactly.
Enough.
And the average niggas, like their goal is to get you comfortable with the bare minimum. Because they know you comfortable will make their life better. Even if you just think about it as, after all my classes are a long day, I can go home, get on FaceTime, or lay up with my girl, and I'll be good.
Because they're okay with the bare minimum.
They really are. If they don't have to try, they won't try.
They know how to train girls. I know they know how to train you. Like I really fell for it.
But
I'm like, wow.
Let's play devil's advocate real quick.
Okay.
Oh no. This is Melissa's favorite game.
So, how men think greatly shows what they think. And maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Because a man is completely okay with the bare minimum. If I'm dating a girl, just being around her makes me happy. So it's really about how a man shows his appreciation. But if we could legitimately, or if most men could legitimately have the bare minimum and the girl be okay with it, they would do that.
Yeah.
Because to them, just being around laid up is good. Now, maybe for a female, they want to go out because they want to be shown that they're loved with all respect. Because most men out here, that is how you have to get them to show it. So I understand where a man, in a sense, would be comfortable or trying to get a girl comfortable in the bare minimum. It's just about how they go about it. Because for me, we laid up, eating home-cooked food that I made. This is the bare minimum. It's not like we're out at a restaurant watching movies. I'm actually in euphoria right now.
But the thing is, it's more like, for me, it's more like if you know a person and how they want to be loved and you're not choosing to love them that way, then you're not respecting them. Type of thing. Because it's like, okay, you want to do the bare minimum, but she's telling you like this is what she needs.
And I see the bad in men with that. I also see the bad in female. Because if you take that and twist it, then what if a man generally just can't afford what a female feels like she needs to be loved? I was talking to one female, and
let's switch from female to girl or woman.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Force of habit. I call men males though.
Males.
Yeah, like male.
I feel like a specimen when I'm referred to.
Okay. I was speaking to a girl. We can call her a girl.
Yeah.
And what she wanted at the moment, I just couldn't do. I'm not saying like I was broke or anything, but like spur of the moment, she wanted me to come out to New York for her birthday to watch her model in a fashion show. Like, whoa. Like, I didn't get no two days in advance. And this was her way of showing love. She wants to be treated like a princess,
Right.
but for her it was the finer things.
Yeah.
Because I don't have what I need to love her, does then that make me not respect her love anymore?
No, I think
I feel like it depends how you handle it. Like, because some guys would be like, if it was a different kind of situation, they might be like, nah, I'm not going, like, what the heck is wrong with you, blah, blah, blah. But, like, if you're just, like, listening, and it's also how she understands you, too.
Yeah.
Because she can't expect you to do something knowing, like, your situation or knowing how everything is, and then get upset that you can't do something, but she knows everything. So, like, it really goes both ways.
It's definitely
really just depends on-
communication.
communication
If you
is
tell me
the
like, hey,
situation.
listen, babe, like I would love to, but I'm not like capable of doing that right now. I'd be like, okay, like he wants to, but he just can't. Like I'll be fine with it. But it also takes two. If like the girl isn't mature enough to, you know, understand that, then that's not the girl for you.
I don't know. I feel like lots of people are going after people who can't give them what they want. Like if you want someone to do something, find someone. Go after people who have the things you want, or like stop trying to force something on someone who can't give it to you. Like date who you really want to date. If you want someone who could do ABCD for you, go find someone who can do ABCD for you, and not someone who can only do D or maybe B sometimes. Like,
but it's also understanding where the person is at in life.
Exactly,
you can't be like, oh, I want a Birkin bag, but he's not a Birkin bag man. Do you know what I mean? Like,
But does that mean you don't talk to him because he's not a Birkin?
no,
but
that's
if that's what she values, then
no. For me, it's not that. It's like I'm not going to go to Taco Bell expecting a burger. Like that's not. I'm going to Taco Bell because they have tacos, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna eat at Taco Bell. I'm gonna still eat at Taco Bell, but I'm just gonna expect a Taco Bell menu.
I'm gonna go, not expecting any food at all, but appreciate the Taco Bell if I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because it really just goes both, like Melissa said, how mature the girl is with that situation and stuff, and how understanding she is. Because that can also show that she actually likes you. Like, if she wants something, and you're like, nah, like right now is not the time, and she still wants to talk to you after that, and she still understands your situation, that can really show you, like, damn, she actually likes me, and she doesn't, you know?
Hold up. Getting back to wounds, though. I don't know if I have any. Because a wound heals. Right. But everything I've been through, I didn't really heal from it. I've just learned to adapt to it because it's a way of life.
Yeah.
So then when I come about something now, like I was trying to talk to this girl, and you know, it seemed great for maybe like 45 minutes.
Wow.
Let's say a day and a half goes by, and I'm still showing this energy towards it. But let's say the opposite person's energy has changed.
Yeah.
Based on that 45 minutes to that day and a half and changing.
Right.
It's not really a wound that I got dubbed or whatever. It's just like, oh.
But you still feel some type of way.
100%. But that's just because I don't know. I feel like you're in darkness so much, you know when it's light.
Yeah.
If you see a glimpse of the light, wouldn't you want to walk towards it?
That's true.
So you just go through that, and that's where I can say, like, it's almost like a little cat at a candy shop. Like, I almost get excited because it's like it's just this version of happiness that I'm not used to, and I can see even if it's just a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
A pinky toe on the door, I could see it. But then, if you see something that's possible, how do you then keep it?
Right.
By doing what you need to do to keep it.
Do you like go in your head a lot and like start like seeing the potential of the person more than what they're actually showing you, or like you just start like
romantic?
No, so I understand that. It might sound stupid, but I've learned to make time move differently in my mind and in my head. So let's say one conversation with, for example, Melissa, based on body language, how she reacts, I basically make a general. But I would never do that and expect.
Yeah.
It's always I don't know what's behind that door, but fuck it, let's open it.
Yeah.
So when you open it and you don't get what you want, that's not really a wound. It's just like a damn, I guess. You just adapt to it and keep moving.
I think that's fair enough, but I think a lot of people, we had a conversation where like we're talking about
So you said it.
I know. Do men or women bring more baggage to situations, or do you think it's like an equal thing?
I think it's an equal thing.
I think it could be equal, but it's how we handle it differently. Because like it's obvious that let me not say obvious, but like it's basically the general knowledge that women are more emotional and men are more like just.
So things to say about that. Yes, the average woman, I think, would display it in a more shown way than a man will. Here's the thing though, and even when it comes to like music, when dealing with like love, I usually relate to the female.
Hey, put on your mic. closer to you.
I usually relate to the female, so I can't even say it's a woman's way of thinking when it comes to love, because I've spoken with females about, and it's just about feeling. They feel hurt because they believe something was something, and they showed them that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Cheating, not texting back, flirting with other women. It's just that. And your actions are basically showing me that what I don't want to believe, but I am now forcing myself to believe.
Yeah.
That's when you know a woman's got away, when she's forced herself, like she's accepted, like, you know what? The short-term happiness isn't worth the long-term depression. I'd rather be sad right now and happy than, which is why I say going through problems now is great, because let's get through this rough patch now. So let's say after the rough patch, if we're both mature people, we should actually understand each other better.
Yeah.
Just because we go through these rough patches doesn't mean I don't like you any different, because these rough patches aren't why I liked you. It was everything else.
I think it's true, but it's like, I feel like a lot of people forget, like, a boyfriend-girlfriend situation is just like an addition of a friend with, like, okay, the intimacy part of it. So if I'm getting into a relationship with a friend and I'm fighting with my friend, like in the beginning stages, I'm like, this is weird.
Well,
I'm not supposed to do that.
Understandable, but let's say I have a friend and we start dating. This is now a certain level, and I can give you an example without using any names.
Okay, go.
Oop, sorry. So, I have this friend, right? Let's go back to me getting dubbed, right? We're pretty cool people. Pretty cool people. But I think sometimes women seem to understand or don't understand. Same thing with males. So people who don't understand this. Just because you feel a certain way about me, don't expect my way that I feel about you to change overnight. So if I'm talking to a girl and she goes, I don't like you, I'm like, okay, I have to deal with that. But for me, it's like, if I show any type of attraction to you, it's not that I'm going out my way to make you happy or to make you smile. It's just that the rhythm of my life, the way of life adapts, because I feel like you're worth that happiness or that smile. So I was dealing with a friend, and my vocabulary towards her was very, to the average person, relationship. But to me, it's like I speak my mind.
Right.
So little stuff. Hey, beautiful. Just little stuff. I think you're pretty. I speak my mind. I always say what's on my mind. That's what I'm going to say. So that's where it's like, even if you're friends first and you get into a relationship, I understand if problems become, because this is just a different level of everything. I used to come and talk to you about girls. Now you're the girl.
Right.
So I understand where problems come there, because any one of y'all could say, like, a guy friend can know you as that person, but with your man, it's something completely different.
Yeah.
That's true.
100% different feeling. 100%.
I agree with that, but also I kind of disagree. Because I see what you're talking about, but that's in a specific situation where, like, they were friends and then they became, like, you know, lovers to friends. Friends to lovers. But, like, I'm talking about with the average situation where, like, your intentions at first was to date, and then there's issues arising in the problem, like, arising in the beginning. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I
Explain
can do
the issue.
that.
Give me an example of the issue.
Lord.
I guess.
You want to give one?
Maybe like things like maybe like lack of trust
Or like you're lying.
or lying, or they
Yeah.
feel like you're insincere or something. Just like I agree with Melissa. Like I feel like if there's problems in the beginning, that's sort of like a good indicator of how things are going to go
Like
in the
red
long run.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because you're showing me who you are. I
it-
have to take it.
it depends.
But if it's the person that's like, okay, yes, I see these red flags, but I still want to continue and work and try to turn those red flags into green or like overcome that, then that's up to like the individual, like the specific couple or whatever. But I feel like
You know, it really depends on the problem. I was going through a situation to where a girl told me she was damaged. So her way about going about things was always weird because of what she went through before. And she took something that I meant to do, that I wanted to do, with absolutely no ill intent, and made it ill intent. And I thought it was kind of cute, funny.
What was it?
What do you mean, like?
So we was arguing, but the argument was like, I know you're only arguing with me because you're hurt, because you think it's one way and it's not.
Yeah.
Charles was gonna stand outside her house with a boombox.
You stood outside her house with a boombox?
No, I didn't. Let me tell you something, and let me tell you why I went that route. Because how it went was the most like our generation of women thing that could happen, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. But you know how girls, they get upset, block them on everything.
Yeah.
But if he hits my email, oh, you care.
Yeah.
So that's how I saw it. So that's generally how I saw it. So I'm like, you know what? And me and her sister, we wasn't like super cool, but like she knows who I am. They spoken. They used to speak. I was like, yo, I just sent her the text. I'm like, no disrespect by you or by your family at all, but I believe yada yada. She's not understanding where I'm coming from. So I'm going to, come by, stand outside your house with a boombox if that's okay with you, yada yada.
Oh, that's so sweet though. I'm not gonna lie.
Right? So there was no ill intent there, right?
Yeah.
There was no ill intent. But when it was told back to me, here I'm thinking, okay, I care about this girl. I'm doing something sweet. I got the loudest earful ever of that's crossing the line, and what makes me believe I was in any position to do that. So that's where the problem comes in.
Yeah.
Because if for me, I think it's cute, but for you, it's like, oh, this is weird, or it's just different ways of thinking, and not enough communication to stop the problem before it happens. Which is why when those problems come up, it's not about the problem, it's about how you deal with it. Right. So if I know now, based on that, I know how she feels, I'm going to act accordingly. Because at the end of the day in a relationship, a guy's job should be to make his girl's life happier.
Amen.
That's what he should want to do.
Right.
And that comes back to, even though it sounds elementary, happy wife, happy life. Because if my girl is happy, she's going to do all the things that she wants to do for and to me because she's happy that I'm making her happy.
Exactly. I agree with that so much.
The reason why I have to disagree, I love that, but it's not realistic. In the natural, it's
because
not.
People are stupid. I think men are stupid.
Because of men, it would be, if people had the same mindset as him, it would be fine.
But some people do.
But some, not all, because people take
So
the
what
idea.
don't you agree with?
People, okay,
Because I agree that the statement is realistic. If you try to make your wife, that's realistic. But I'm confused what you.
It's realistic with the right mindset.
Exactly.
If you don't have that mindset, it's not realistic, because people take happy wife, happy life as in like, okay, like, I guess I have to do it. And then there's
you should want to do it.
And then there's hidden animosity, and then that brings more fights. It's like, oh, but I did this for you because you wanted me to do it. That's what I'm saying. So it has to.
Shit like that.
So the idea has to match the mindset for it to work, and it usually doesn't.
I mean, it is realistic because some people think like that, and it's real life, Like
I've seen it happen.
I've seen it happen too.
And
it's like,
you know what? I always am a fan of like, if you're gonna preach something, practice it.
Yeah.
So I've only had one instance where I got even as far to showing it, and you know what the girl told me?
Right.
She said it was weird for her because after I got her, I still did stuff to get her.
some people are broken, and
they're
scared of being loved correctly.
Yeah.
Not only
Some
that,
people
that's
are not
what
used to that.
it goes back to, like the relationship wounds, because it's based on like how she was treated in her previous relationships. Like she feels like, okay, where's the catch line? Like, okay, why is he still doing it?
Like some, like you said, like some people see the light, and instead of like others, like let's run towards. They're like
that light. I've never seen that before. I usually am used to the darkness, and they want to sit in the darkness.
But so this is how I believe relationships should be had. I think this makes it simple on paper. However, I don't think I've ever gotten as far enough to do that. But it's all been ill intent. Like I was dating this one girl, maybe like 2 weeks, and I'm big on like going out. Like let's go out to eat, let's go out to the movies, I like long walks, like all of that. And I was dropping her to the train station, and she was going to see another dude. I just didn't know it.
Damn.
So I found myself. I always found myself, and literally every single predicament has been something like that, to the point I almost wonder if it was me.
But it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
I believe my mindset is smart. I just haven't gotten to where a girl's like, you know what?
I want the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's actually try and be together.
No, yeah.
Proud of your environment. 100%.
But it doesn't mean you have to change your ways. Like, what you're doing is not wrong. It's just like the people
But
you're
sometimes,
attracting is not
yeah,
the right.
it's- I feel like it's also easier said than done because sometimes you do start to question yourself, like, is it me? Like, am I doing something wrong? So that you try to go about it a different way, but you're not realizing that the different way you're going about it is a wrong way.
Yeah.
And you should still be the same person you were before. So it is easier said than done, but yeah.
And it's not even that the people you're attracting is wrong.
Yeah.
Because I've gone up to like a girl, greatest intent, and she's actually accepted it, but have wanted to be friends. What can you say to that?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess this is what it is. You just, I don't know, it's different. It's all about rhythm. If everyone lives their life at a rhythm, like, just find a motherfucker that sync up to the motherfucker.
So I have a question. Would you say that you agree with the statement, like, you attract what you attract is a reflection of who you are? Like, if you,
No.
like, for example, if a girl's only attracting, like, guys who treat her like
That's
like
not.
crap, that's a
No,
reflection
it's
of
all
her.
a product of your environment. And I feel like you attract what you are, is trying to turn it back. That's why even when it comes to getting angry and people say like, what's your problem? Don't dismiss what made me like this.
Yeah.
You attract what you are, don't try and turn it back onto me. These niggas is nasty.
Yeah. yeah.
He's fucked up.
Yeah.
She ain't shit. Like, it's just like stuff you run
no.
into.
Because I hate that statement. Because sometimes it's like, why are you making me seem like
I'm the problem.
intentionally-
Okay, devil's advocate here. Devil's advocate. So don't you feel like some people? I've heard like a take on this. Like some people are like, you know, the girls who are always in these relationships are getting treated bad. It's their fault.
No.
No.
Ooh.
It's like why?
Let me get my take on this.
Okay,
Go ahead.
go.
Go ahead.
Let me get my take on this because I actually had a long conversation about this. Women come to me with problems about cheating, or oh, he's not treating me like this way. He's not treating me like this. If you was to come to me about a problem with any guy you're dealing with, and I give you the knowledge I'm basically saying, based on how he's treating you, whether it's cheated on, the way he talks to you, puts his hands on you, he doesn't love you as much as you think he does. So, and I tell you, think to yourself, why would you want the long-term depression for the short-term happiness? And we have that talk, and you now understand that, and you still go back. Why? You just set it up for yourself.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
No, in a way, I agree, but like sometimes, not. I haven't been like cheated on because I haven't been in a relationship, but like I've been in situations where it's like, for me, okay, because I'm like I said, I'm a very emotional person, so like I feel a lot of stuff. So like I put on these rose-colored glasses, and I'm like I can't see anything. I'm like, wow.
I love him.
And like I go into like the potential of what something could be, whether it's like friends or whatever, because it's happened to me with like friendships and stuff. Like I'm just like, well, I mean, he could be maybe, because even though it sucks to say, I'm the type of person that I'm gonna try and stop thinking like this. That I'm like, maybe I'm the one that could change how he is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of girls do think like that, and that's why I could say like, yeah, going back after somebody tells you, or like even you witness all that stuff is still a part of your fault. But like some people, they just don't understand that just yet. Like they still feel for that person to the point where they're like, it's whatever. Like I'll put up with this. And blah blah.
I feel like. Oh, sorry. I was just like adding to what Sophie's saying. I just feel like it's like you're doing yourself a disservice. If
Yeah,
you,
you are.
Sort of continue to allow like the bare minimum, and you know you're like, this isn't what you really want, but like you continue to like be in this situation, be in this relationship or situationship or whatever it is. It's like just be for real with yourself. Like don't be scared to just be alone or just like cut it off or start something new. Like just stop accepting the like.
And I think
want more for yourself.
There's a double standard, and I think it's the way a woman and a man differently portrays that. Because if a girl is like, oh, I can change him, I can make him better, how she portrays that is different. I've actually seen, and I've myself personally have tried to where it's like, I see a girl and she knows I'm a great person, but you know what? She wants to be friends. But the average man will think, well, if she already knows I'm a great person, if she knows I'm attractive or she believes me to be attractive, then if she gets to know more about me, I can change her mindset.
Yeah.
So now it becomes from friend to...
Wait, I just your mic.
Oh. So now it becomes to friend to my cute friend to this boy I'm talking to on the phone or this boy I'm on FaceTime with. So yeah, I think it's just weird because when females go through that, it's like, I guess because you're going against such a stubborn force, you can't expect it to change. But generally, I think if a woman feels that you have all of that and that you can care for her and appreciate those needs, then that's what it is. For me personally, though, when it comes to if I know that I like someone, it's not even anything they do, what I expect. Literally, talking to you makes my mind smile.
Yeah.
I can talk to you, and at that moment, nothing else matters. Because my life, I mean, it's very routine. We go to work to make money, go to school to get an education, and we're still young. So now it's just like, I already have to live this life as a system.
Yeah.
Is you in it? It doesn't have to change it at all. I can still go to work, go to school, see you. But does it make the other stuff I dread doing, like going to work, happier?
Yeah.
Waiting for that text. Good morning. Automatic happy. Sun shining. That's what I'm saying. But you don't get that text and you singing Mary J. Blige down a wall. It's very, and that's why I say I can really like understand to where a female comes from because I'm very emotional and I feel a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, it's almost like, the pain is real when you feel it physically.
Yeah.
I get that
Chest
feeling in my
hurt?
the chest.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a hurt that like really hurts. It's like a caving that's gonna stay there.
Yeah.
And you just gotta live life because this is life be life and sometimes.
Yeah, like there's really nothing you can do. So
Do you guys think that, like, lately they're saying that we're having a sassy men pandemic? Do you guys agree with this?
No, I don't know.
I get the only thing is with that word because we talked about it in one of like our meetings like on campus or whatever, and somebody was like, reality is borderline homophobic.
It is.
Because just because a man is doing something that girls are like, stereotypically known to do, why would it be sassy? Because at the end of the day, sassy has a negative connotation.
When it comes to being portrayed with guys.
Yeah. So
City Boys started it though.
City Boys did start it.
Because if city girls, being a city girl was a girl thing, then they took that and made it a quote unquote boy thing.
Yeah.
So if the average arrogant man thinks a woman being sassy is what's wrong with a woman, then how about they be sassy back? That's why I don't understand, even with females. Because I run into a lot of females and I've been done so wrong just based on ways of thinking, what they do. And like, I would never think to myself, like, I hate vegetables, so I'm going to become a vegetable.
It doesn't make
That doesn't make any sense. And then in becoming a vegetable, you then breed other idiots. So women, they like get hurt, and I'm not saying y'all are wrong for going about this. Oh, it's fuck niggas because a nigga treated me wrong. And then let's say a guy like me comes along, and I'm in the middle of that. So I always told myself I'm very much starting to understand life for what it is. I don't know if it's changing me for the good or the worse. Because once you realize, like, if reality is cruel, then a lie is kindness, which means kindness in and of itself is a lie.
Right.
So it's like, once you realize that, it's almost depressing how mellow life gets to not expect anything or any positivity from anyone. Because just as easy as you can get it, it can turn off.
Right.
Yeah.
Happiness doesn't mean anything if it's temporary. Who wants $1 million one day and is told that everything you bought and all the money disappears the next day? I'd rather not be rich at all.
Right.
I think I was asking more like, besides the sassy, they're like saying that guys nowadays are expecting to be treated more like girls, like they want to be.
Huh?
No, I get.
Wait, what do you
she's
mean?
saying. She's saying like, guys now like 'cause
They want to be courted.
They want to be
basically.
like they want to be courted. Like they want what we want.
They want the
in a
princess
way.
treatment.
So like for example, like Girls want to be taken out on a date, asked on a date, you know, stuff like that. Now some guys want that too.
So here's the thing with me is like, if you're my man, the way I love is like, yeah, I will take you out on dates. Like, I will treat you the way you treat me. It's an equal thing.
Yeah.
But if you're expecting that just because you're expecting that, that's when I have a problem. Because you can't just have something and there's nothing in return. Or like, okay, you want me to like, and I think if you're saying it in an emotional standpoint, it's like, okay, you're expecting me to be there emotionally. That's an equal thing. Like, you don't have to be my boyfriend to do that. Like, if you could be anyone random person in the street, if you're sad, like, I'm like, okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's different than like, okay, you want me to take you out on dates.
I mean,
because like,
no, I agree with you because like I've told you guys before, like my thing, like one of my love languages is like acts of service. But I like doing it for you, but I don't like when it's acts of me. Like I'd rather just.
I was about to like dap you up for that. But then you like, what you mean by that?
Like, okay, let me get this because they were also asking me like, why am I like that? But like for me, it's part of it is like how I was raised too. It's like when people expect you to do something, just because I could do it doesn't mean I should do it just because you want me to do it. Like, for example, I'm the type of person that's like let's say, like, the nigga gives me his car because he's at work and I'm driving his car. I see this shit is dirty. I'm going to go take it for a car wash. But while you're at work, don't text me, go wash my car.
So.
Because now I'm going to be like, why do you think that I have to? Like, it's, in a way, it is a trauma response because that's how my parents were to me. But that's like, for example, even I do it with them too. Like, I will do things for them, but I don't like when they ask me to do it for them. Because it makes me feel some type of way.
I think when it comes to a relationship, I think this generation has more or less complicated things such as gender roles.
yeah.
But even just that, the acts of doing something for someone. I feel like maybe it's me. Maybe it's just me. It's really just me out here. But I generally feel like there's gonna be no problem with me doing it if me doing it is gonna make you even like a little bit
Happy.
No, yeah, and I'm the same way. But for me, once it gets to the point where it's like you're always asking me to do something, I'm like, you take the fun out of it for me. Because it's like, now it's like, to me, it's like you're like, not really demanding, but like commanding me to like do certain things. And it's like, yeah, just because I could do it doesn't mean I'm
gonna do it.
I want to say one thing. The word command hints at trauma.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I just had to. Because for me, let's say I'm dealing with a female and I'm so sorry, a woman, a girl.
Thank you.
I'm dealing with a girl and I legitimately like I said, no car door opening. You shouldn't pay for your own meal if I want to take you out, stuff like that. But I ask you to do something, and let's say you don't want to do it. This is how I would take it. It's not like I would say anything.
Oh, just quiet.
I would just accept it. You wanted me to do this for you. I'm not going to treat you any differently. I will tell you, though, I understand our mindsets or where we are in this is different. But I think men should I think relationships work if the man loves the girl more than a girl loves the man.
Yeah, that's literally the fact of life.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. That was
At that point, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you.
that was that. Yeah.
No, that one was the one.
Yeah.
And hearing it from a man,
It has
I
to.
thought we were crazy, but no, we're not. It's a fact.
It has to work that way. If the girl, I don't know. If the relationship is defined and that makes sense, here's the problem. I could use an example. I could wake up every day and treat Melissa like the best person in the world. And from my standpoint, I'm just expressing how I feel to her onto her, even if we're not together.
Right.
Because that's just who I am. But on the female standpoint, there's a fine line between cute and annoying. I'll always tell the girl, like,
Very fine line.
listen, there's a very fine line because all this good morning, good night could really be cute based on how you feel for them. Or it could just be like, why is this nigga texting?
No, yes.
Like, again?
Scary. Come on.
But if a relationship lasts, let me tell you why. Because the majority of men, majority of niggas, they find a girl that loves them more, they're gonna think to manipulate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they get
Yes.
comfortable. They're
And-
like,
and
I'm gonna do whatever I want to do.
girls
She gonna
are
be here.
dogs too. So I've definitely seen girls do the same
No, yeah,
exact
that's,
thing.
Yes.
that's the truth.
But you find it more in a female, in a woman, girl, that when they know their nigga loves them more, it just makes them happy, so they want to do more shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel more stable in
Yeah,
yourself.
like, oh,
You're not questioning
okay.
anything.
Or
Yeah.
they're going out with their guys, just a small problem, but that's okay because I get my body licked from head to toe when he's here. That's hypothetical. It was a figure of speech. It could be meant both literally and figuratively, but it's like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if I get my body licked head to toe, then yeah, all this other stuff doesn't seem bad because I know that you love me more than I love you, but it will never stay that way. A girl's always, unless you're dealing with me, I feel like a female's always gonna love more.
Yeah. Naturally, like.
Yeah.
Because females are just more emotional.
Yeah.
We
And-
get crazy.
I mean, I don't think I don't get crazy.
No,
And
like, and I'm not
a
bad crazy.
female's-
Like, oh my god, I love him so
A
much.
female's life, when it comes to emotional trauma, is rougher than a man's.
Yes.
So when they find someone to take them out of that emotional trauma, they cling on even more.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Only once. Only once.
No, that is. Yeah.
No, that one is. Wow.
That is, yeah.
I think okay, we're going overtime, but I think there definitely has to be a part 2. But let's wrap it up with like,
Oh, so soon.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What advice would you give somebody who's dealing with like relationship wounds?
I guess I'll say something since I'm in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, go
Congratulations. Good for you.
Basically, I would have to say I feel like we've all been talking about it this whole time during this the podcast or whatever. But basically, you have to put work in, and you have to put work into understanding and comprehending. Like, yes, you can. There's a conversation, but if you're not actively trying to understand the other person or see things from their perspective, like, it's not gonna work. Like, you have to
Yeah.
understand it's both of you guys in a relationship, and it's not
100%.
just you're not only thinking about yourself at the moment. Like, yes, it's good to think about what's best for you, but if you want this partnership to work, you also have to think about how what you're saying and what you're doing and how it's affecting that person as well. And
Go ahead.
oh,
So to sum it up, communication effort.
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. Basically,
Yes.
That's really all it is. If
Yeah.
we communicate, we know where I'm going to give the effort to either stay there or go farther.
Yeah.
If I don't give the effort, please leave me.
Thank you.
don't
I'm
be afraid
clearly
to
not
call.
here.
Don't be
Please
afraid to
leave
call out
me.
them red flags. I feel like people are there in a relationship and they get comfortable and they see something wrong will happen, but if they're scared to lose that person, it's like now they become complacent. Don't be afraid to call out them red flags and have those tough conversations.
Yes.
Because tough conversations bring more comfortability down later in the road. Like, what better understanding, I guess.
Because the red flag even hurts even more when after you talk about it, it stays up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if it goes down, it's like, okay.
He's
just
trying.
yeah,
Or
he's
she's trying.
He didn't understand this.
Yeah.
That motherfucker stay up. It's like, damn, fuck you too. That.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I'll give advice like, let's say like you just got out of a relationship and now you have a wound, right?
Yeah.
I would say like even though it's easier said than done, like it's gonna be over soon. Like you're gonna feel so like for women specifically, you're gonna feel so much to where you feel like you cannot do anything else, and you might have to sit and sulk in that sadness, but in reality like you just have to understand like it's just something that's temporary, and like a couple months down the line you're gonna be like, I'm glad that I forced myself to go through that. Now I'm at a better place, better understanding of who I am. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like some people, when they get hurt, they instead of like trying to be inside their pain, they trying to ignore it. And when
Yes.
they're ignoring the pain, it causes them to be in like in different situations.
Right.
Like just sit in your sadness, cry,
Yeah,
just
it's okay.
feel
But
it and go through it.
I think what ruins that is either the woman or the man's drive to make it, to give it a title.
Yeah.
I've always said this, like, I'll act however I act towards you, but then I'll get told, like, but we're friends.
Yeah.
And it's like I 100% understand it, but
Maybe-
life is constantly moving for me.
Yeah.
And life is constantly changing. You can't blame me for expecting or wondering maybe that'll change.
Right.
And you put that guideline like, oh, we're friends, or oh, we're together. When you're in a relationship, I believe that guideline should be there.
Yeah.
But everything up until that, I literally just leave it a blank slate. You are you.
Yeah.
I am me. This is how I feel. I'm either trying to make you feel already, and I'm trying to keep it. But yeah, that's it.
For me, I think for people who are getting, who just got the wound, I feel like don't let how you got the wound impact how you're going to act in the future.
Yeah.
Get your therapy, please.
Yeah.
Please.
That's number one.
I'm number one advocate for therapy because there's too many broken people and they use their wounds as excuses and as justifications why they act and how they act, and then we just keep going in this circle like, oh, this is how I am because da da da, but I'm not changing it.
Right.
So get your help, please, men and women, because there's some women who are acting crazy out here. But yeah, that's it. How about what are we claiming for this week?
I'm claiming an open heart.
Thank
I
you.
want my boyfriend to have an open heart and understanding so we can get through our tough problems and everything. But just compassion. I'm claiming compassion.
I mean, life has been pretty peaceful, but
Yeah?
I mean, like, personal life-wise, yeah, but I just really claim, like, more peace and health, both physically and mentally, and yeah.
I'm claiming strength and healing for everybody and myself. How about you?
Long-term happiness. I'm running into a lot of problems right now where I feel like my mental is being tested. Whether it comes to dealing with people, dealing with my job, school, family. I just don't need it. So either long-term happiness or an escape from it. It's okay to have an escape.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't stop you from doing it.
Yeah.
Or going through it. Then as an escape is good, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope all your
Someone text me good
obstacles-
morning.
Okay,
Hope
I'll
all the
text you good morning.
Fuck.
But yeah.
Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the love and like, subscribe, watch on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff, and see y'all next time.
See ya.